All right, so I'm just going to go through a few of the modifications or adjustments, just because of the engine choice and other things. But again, this is an LS3 or an LS376, so I did need to remove the LS3 water pump, replace it with an LS1 water pump because the LS3 is a little bit longer and does not fit in this location because of this crossbar right here. So the LS1 does fit. It's really close tolerances, so you got to make sure that goes in correctly. Everything else, oh, and also the air conditioner compressor does not fit obviously where they normally put it, which is up top. So you got to stick it down in the passenger side bottom part, and you need to find the correct brackets, and I think that these are from Vintage Air. I can't remember. It was a while ago, but there are some relocation brackets. I'll try to find out the information of where those brackets, what brackets they are, because that took a while to figure out which ones are the proper ones for that. So these are the C5 Corvette fuel tanks. These are the earlier model ones. They're fine. It takes I did get, again, V-Raptor Speedworks has the those relocation areas for the crossover, which was really helpful. No leaks yet, and I think that they look pretty well manufactured. So I don't think we'll have any issues with that. That was really simple to do, and there were issues. I can't really get a good image of it right now of the fuel pump. So that was one of the main issues when I tried to start up for the first time. And I'll have a separate video on the issues that I had with the fuel pump. I don't know why the aftermarket fuel pump was wired differently, but it was. So I finally figured that out, and once I got that figured out, it started right up. So I did put a check valve here. It doesn't say to in the manual, but I thought that was probably a good idea. I saw a couple other people that put some check valves in just so it would start up nicely after it's been sitting for a while. Just a regular C5 fuel filter. I did get, again, some brackets from V-Raptor Speedworks. Shane was really helpful with some of those things. Again, the manual doesn't tell you to vent the fuel tanks, but you do have to, or else it's not going to run for very long. So I did just kind of made my own from just some breathers, and had them run one on either side from each of the fuel tanks. I do have ball check valves in there too. I don't plan on rolling it over, but if it does roll over, then the fuel won't leak out. So I just thought that was a nice safety thing, and they're only a few dollars, so it wasn't that big of a deal. So do have breathers on both of the fuel tanks just so it will run. Okay, just a few more things. There's so much stuff that I've done on this, it's hard to do it in one video, but it's probably better to not do it in one video anyway. So I do have, I did get some new push-pull cables here from, I think it's controlcables.com. They're based out of California. They're really helpful. Again, Ian Kirkland from Mendiola Transaxles, he recommended them. He works with them, and it was really easy. I just told them that I had the Mendiola transaxle, and I told them what length I needed, and they shipped them out pretty much the next day. So really quick, nice and easy, and they look and feel like they're really good quality. Works well. I've only gotten it into first gear so far, just sitting up here on the hoist here. So didn't want to go too fast. I don't have things buttoned up too well yet, so I didn't want to shake it off of the lift. So, but I did get it into first gear, back into neutral. The push-pull cables work great. The only issue, Factory 5 does send some push-pull cables, but they are meant for the other Mendiola, not the sequential. So they were just a little bit short. They're about 6 inches short, I think. So I did have to order, again, some longer cables, but they aren't too expensive. So it was worthwhile, and got those tested. There's one for the reverse, one for the forward gears, and they come up through the center tunnel, and I have them hooked up here. So that's for the reverse. Forward gears is underneath here, and I'll get those tightened up, but again, they work great. Again, you have to do some fabrication to kind of locate the shifter where I want it, so it's kind of ergonomic where I like it, and so it's out of the way of a bunch of the other stuff that's in this very tight center tunnel.